Hello and welcome. My name is Gail Moffat, and of course we have God here. We're on an exciting journey where I'm going to be starting to travel to different countries and be speaking to people that God wished me to speak to. And so obviously things are going to be reported on these videos so that you can be made abreast of what is happening. I feel like it's exciting times. And I hope that you can be along the journey with me. And so don't forget to subscribe and press the bell and comment as well. I welcome your comments or your questions or your thoughts. And yes, so let's go to God and see what he has to say. God is here, and he says that one of the things that he's been thinking about long and hard is how he can tackle some of the issues that exist in our world. And one of the issues that he feels very passionate about is the rights of human beings. And he is very aware that in many countries, the rights of human beings are unable to be exercised. And he is saying that he would like to make a difference for some of those people. And so this is why he's going to be leading Gail along a path that will take me to a place or people that will be able to listen to his requests about how people should be treated and how we should have love in our hearts for many people that are struggling in their lives and having difficulties. He's also saying that on this journey that he has been talking about going to Pakistan, he is really quite excited about it. And the reason why he's excited about it is because he feels that Pakistan is a country that has a certain level of diplomacy in the world. And is able to communicate with many countries that other countries seem to struggle with. And he feels that their diplomacy is one that he admires greatly. And he is saying that because of their diplomacy, he has chosen this country to help him in his endeavours around the world. And it is his hope that he is able to engage with many people that are in a position of power in the country, including the Prime Minister, to have conversations with and communicate with, so that they can be on board to help him in the work that he needs to have done. He's been reflecting also on how he will go about some of the work that he needs to do. And he's looking around the world and looking at some of the difficulties that he sees in the world. And one of his concerns is where there are places in the world where people are organised through systems to create a trafficking situation of sex slavery. And he is going to be looking for governments to become more stricter about the ongoing situation of slave trafficking, sex slave trafficking. And because he feels that this needs protection from governments. And he feels that all too often governments are turning a blind eye to what exactly is going on. And so these are some of the things that he wishes to tackle. He's saying that another area that has been of great concern to him is areas where people are not educated, and he wants to give everyone the opportunity to educate themselves through going to schools and having the right teachers and the right curriculum that is presented within these schools. And so he's saying that he will also be tackling governments on how to educate children and give them the best opportunities. And he's also saying that with this education program that he is going to be requesting of many countries to implement, he feels that the countries that he is choosing will make a great deal of difference to their country and how their country will prosper economically. Because he feels that the time has come where everybody should have opportunities to thrive in the world and opportunities to live where they are able to be educated, gain fruitful employment and look after their families and themselves financially. And this is something that he feels is quite important, because he doesn't like to see the inequalities in the world, particularly educationally. And he says sometimes that inequality is through the different genders, but sometimes it's just in one country compared to another. And he's talking about the literacy rate of some countries, that some areas are extremely low, and he is saddened by the lack of opportunities that some people have not had. He also would like to talk about, and he feels that this is very dear to his heart. He says that when he looks around the world and considers some of the problems that are in the world, he is very saddened by the problems that are existing with water in Africa. And he would like, at some point, he will be asking Gail to tackle some of the difficulties with water. And he feels that the best way forward with the water problem in Africa is to create education. And he will be asking Gail to accumulate a group of people that are experienced in education and the administration and the development of water systems, to create a new university where people can be educated in Africa so that they can learn the skills to help themselves, as opposed to relying on charities and people outside of their country. He's saying that with all these changes that he's looking to implement around the world, he hopes that many people are engaged with what he's doing and enjoy the changes that he's going to be making, and understand that it is Gail that he has chosen to do this work and to tackle the differences of inequality in our world. He thanks you for listening, and he wishes to pray. My greatest wish, as always, is that the world, wherever you go, has equality, that no one does not have access to clean water, that everyone has an ability, an opportunity to educate themselves, that people have opportunities to work and sustain themselves, that the countries within the world always have love and compassion for each other, but also for their neighbours and the other countries that they engage with. It is his hope that man, as a result of all these changes that he looks to make in the world, that man will elevate their souls, that will grow exponentially and become more evolved as a result of the work that he's doing. he's thanking you for listening, and he has great gratitude for all of you that engages with his words. Thank you. And so to Gail. God has spoken to me a lot about some of the work that he wishes for me to do, and I've always said to God that I am willing to help him wherever I can. I know that some of the places that I'm going to have, I suppose some might say, they are a challenging place to visit, but I have faith. I have faith in God that he is always with me. He tells me he will be, and he tells me that I'm protected. So in that faith, I hope you have faith too. And I thank you for listening, and I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Goodbye.